Welcome back! My name is Baller Scuba. This is Video Games Over Time! We are still in 1983, and we are still in Ultima III, Exodus. When we last left off, we started getting some significant stat increases. I said I was going to take care of the rest of that off screen. I have taken care of the rest of that off screen, so let's take a look at our new party. As you can see, they are significantly higher everything. They're up to level 51, but once again, that doesn't really mean anything, and we'll talk about why that is later. But basically, once you get to level 25, you're done. The rest of it is just there to look nice, I guess. But I do have significant increases to talk about. So we'll start by looking at Aragorn. Aragorn is maxed out for a human, 75 points across the board. Let's take a look at, his HP. His HP is nothing. It's 550. It did not increase. We need some sort of way to increase that, but we need the Mark of Kings before Lord British will do it. Let's see if we can't do something with that. You might notice that Samwise got hit at some point. That's fine. We'll be fine. I'm not too worried about that. But he does have 1,500 gold left over. I tried to give everybody a little bit of gold left over. I will say that in order to max out everybody's stats, even if you have 9,000 gold for each person, which is the most that I would recommend having before you head out, it'll still take you 3 trips to max out everybody's stats. It is a lot of work to get everybody where they need to go. But he still has 10 keys. I have 60 torches. I will actually be using the torches today, so you're going to want to get some torches. You don't necessarily need them. You can have your party members take care of that, but I recommend going the torch route because you never know what's going to happen that could consume your MP some other way. Okay, so we'll transact while I talk about Aragorn's magic, because it's not something that I can see in the stats screen. So, Aragorn has 37 MP. The only thing holding you back from using magic spells is your character's MP. They essentially know all the spells. They have their books, they can read it, but they're not necessarily powerful enough to be able to cast it. So, Aragorn has access to every wizard spell and cleric spell that requires 37 or less MP. The way that this game works, that means 35 or less because all the MPs are by 5. But that means he has access to Rapond, Mitar, and Lorem that we have talked about before. He has access to Dor Akron and Sur Akron. I'm not sure if we've talked about that, but Dor Akron lowers you 1 level, and Sur Akron raises you 1 level. These are wizard spells that I'm talking about right now, by the way. We do have access to Fulgar, damage an enemy with a ranged attack, and it does quite a bit of damage, which is nice. Then we have Dag Akron, which is a teleport spell to a random spot in the world. You probably won't see me be using that unless I absolutely have to. Not a fan. And then the final spell that Aragorn has access to is Mentar. Mentar also damages an enemy based on a ranged attack. So lots of damage with your wizard spells, hopefully. No access to anything higher than that. We do have somebody else that has a little bit higher access, so we'll talk about that in a bit. But for now, we'll talk about Aragorn's Cleric Spells, because there's a lot of those as well. We have access to Pontori, may kill all skeletons, ghouls, and zombies. We'll try to eventually show that off, but we haven't encountered any yet. And I know you can, I've just been unlucky about it. We have access to Apar Unum, that will basically get you a chest without fear of traps. We do have access to Sanctu, that's your basic healing spell. We have access to Lumine, which creates light, which you might want to do, but it costs 15 MP, and I believe it does that no matter what. No, if you're a wizard, it's only 10. If you're a cleric, it's 15 to light up a room. So I'm not a huge fan of using that, and I would rather get torches. After all, once my party is fully leveled up, money is not necessarily as big of a deal anymore. So I might as well just buy torches. We also have access to Rec Sue and Rec Do. Those will move us up and down a dungeon level. And then we have access to Lib Rec. Lib Rec is move to a random spot on the same dungeon level. Not a fan. But it is something that you can do. And then the final one that Aragorn has access to is Alcourt, cures one party member of the poison status. That would have been useful for Aragorn, the actual character, to use in the book, but that's a different story. But those are the spells that Aragorn has access to. All right, he's got access to more spells than anybody else. Let's take a look at Samwise. Samwise has been maxed out as well. 75 strength, 50 dexterity, 75 intelligence, and 99 wisdom. That intelligence is not going to mean much, but I figured I might as well max everybody out while I was working on it. He did get hit a little bit, 519 HP. Like I said, I'm not too worried about that, considering where we're going first and things like that. 1,500 gold. None of the other stuff. All right, let's talk about his spells. He has access to Cleric Spells, so everything that we were talking about for clerics for Aragorn, we have Pontori, Apar Unum, Sanctu, Lumine, Rec Sue, Rec Du, Lib Rec, and Alcourt. That was a lot of spells, but Samwise has access to all of those as well. No access to wizard spells, but that's okay. But Samwise has access to 2 more spells because Sam has 49 MP. So he can use Sequitu. That returns you to the dungeon entrance. That's much preferable if I have access to it. And then we have Samine, which creates more light, but it lasts longer. But once again, that's 45 MP, and I don't feel like using 45 MP to create light. I can just buy torches. Maybe that's just me. We'll go over the other spells that Sam does not have access to, because I'm not going to have anybody with access to these spells. For 50 MP, which we're so close to, you can cast Sanctu Mani in the game. That basically is a more powerful healing spell. You have access to Vieda. You can view the map. You can also buy gems. That'll allow you to view the map with the P for peer button command, but you know, I don't think it's necessarily all that important to view the map all that much. Maybe we'll get ones just so I could view it inside the game, but really the maps that come outside the game are going to be better for you. For 60 MP, you can use Excoon. Let's go with that. Attempts to kill an enemy. So if you're playing Wizardry 3, think of like Machinito and La Canito. It's basically that. There's a chance that you kill one enemy. There's a lot of things brought forward from Wizardry in this game. For 65 MP, you can cast Surmandum. That cures dead people, hopefully. Once again, it's a percentage. Then we have ZXKUQYB. Very important, I get the letters right. That attempts to kill everybody, once again, at a percentage. And then we have, for 75 MP, Anju Surmani. That cures your ash, that if somebody is turned to ashes, it'll bring them back. I believe, once again, that is based on a percentage. It doesn't always happen, but every time you cast it, your cleric loses 5 wisdom. And I say it's your cleric because it has to be your cleric. The cleric's the only one with access to it. So you have to go back to Ambrosia, go back to the Shrine of Wisdom, and bring all that back. So not a huge fan of the higher level spells. I don't necessarily think they're always going to be worth it. I would like to have the recover more of one party member's HP, Sanctu Mani, that's 50 MP, and I would like to have the Surmandum, which cures the dead status, but ultimately I'm hoping to avoid needing those altogether. but for how much it takes to get that, you have to kind of design your party around having those spells, and I'm not a huge fan of that. All right, next up we have Luthien. Luthien is once again maxed out, 75 strength, 99 dexterity, 75 intelligence, 50 wisdom. The rest of it is pretty standard. We do have all 4 cards. We will need those. There's not much to say about Luthien. We will be using Luthien to open up a whole bunch of treasure chests. All right, so then we have Chirpa. Chirpa is maxed out again. 25 strength, 99 dexterity, 99 intelligence, 75 wisdom, HP at 550. Everything else is essentially the same, but Chirpa has access to a few more wizard spells, specifically 2 more. We have access to Dagalorum, which is the longer ignite, the longer light spell, but once again, I have torches for that, so I won't be using that. And the final one is Faldivi, which allows you to cast a cleric spell. But the interesting thing about that is that Chirpa has 49 MP, Faldivi costs 45 MP, but then you have to also have enough MP to cast the cleric spell. But the only one that I can have access to is Pontori, because that's 0 MP to cast Pontori. That gets rid of all skeletons, ghouls, and zombies. So I probably won't be using Faldivi either. Even the next level spell, Appar Unum, costs 5, so Faldivi's not going to be useful for me at all, the way that this is used. But basically, I'm going to be using this for Mitar. I'm going to be using Chirpa for Mitar, Fulgar, and Mentar. Those are the damage spells. That's basically what I'm going to be using them for. And as for the clerics, I'm basically just trying to heal and use Alcort every once in a while. That's basically it. None of the other spells are going to be all that important for me. But some of the wizard spells that Chirpa does not have access to. Noxum, that's one that I wish I did have, damages all enemies. And it is said often that if you're playing a later version of the game and you go through Ambrosia, you need Noxum just to get out of there, because you have to fight level 5 enemies, which would be like your demons, and then you have to also fight a group of Man of Wars in order to get out of Ambrosia. So hopefully you brought enough gold to be able to fight those off. But if you have range, you don't necessarily need the Noxum spell, but if that's, the only thing you got, then, hopefully you have enough to level up their intelligence up that high. You're going to need a lot of money for that. Anyway, for 55 MP, you can use Decorp. Once again, attempts to kill 1 enemy. Then we have Altair. Let's go with Altair. There's a part of me that wants to say Altair, but that's a name. Altair is the more common pronunciation. That stops time. Once again, you can purchase something for that. And then, once you're able to get this much money, just purchase the items. Don't use the MP for it. Then we have Dagmentar, that damages all enemies. Then we have Necorp, that does even more damage to all enemies. And then the one with no name that attempts to kill each and every foe, but once again on a percentage base. And once again, that just kind of increases by 5 each time. So Altair is 60, Dagmentar is 65, Necorp is 70, and the no name highest level spell is 75. So that's basically what you can cast in terms of magic. I'm not going to be able to show off all the magic unless I cheat in a way that the game doesn't want me to at all, which I could do in order to cast those spells once, but not something that I'm particularly interested in. You're not always going to have a party with a wizard and a cleric, and those are the only characters that can use some of these spells. All right, so we are actually going to go for a dungeon today. Of course. So we're going to head out and try to make it into the dungeon if the game will let me actually travel on the ship. The first dungeon that you want to go to, and the one that I kind of hinted at before, you do need a ship in order to actually access. It is one that is close to an area that we have visited before. Remember, there was this town here, and instead I went down here. Oh, there's another ship there. Yeah, I was testing things out. I'm not surprised that the game kind of bugged out when I reloaded. You're not supposed to be reloading saves after all, but I did. So now there's 2 ships. It's fine. It doesn't change anything. The ships basically are just used for travel for me at this point. I don't need them for anything else. You also have to be careful when you're moving around, because there is a chance that you can encounter the whirlpool and go back to Ambrosia when you don't want to, so I would avoid that. But this is the dungeon that we are looking for. It has different names depending on which version you're playing. I believe in our version it does not have a name, but later on it is known as the Cave of Snake. In later versions, it's also called the Cave of Soul, but this is where you want to go first. This is probably the easiest dungeon for you to go through, and I don't know why I had to go that way, but I did. It's the one where you want to start with, and if you are desperately in need of money, which you probably are to start the game, this is where you want to go to try to get money. So let's go ahead and enter. Please wait. It's dark, so now we can hit I for ignite, and we will ignite Aragorn's torch. We do need torches for this. Okay. We'll go 1 forward, it doesn't matter, but clues to follow is in the Misty Writing. Notice that, like, everything's kind of filled in here. Can I transact? No. Can I look at stats to pause? I don't want to pass anything right now, but in this version of the game, in kind of the patched version of the game, everything is kind of filled in the dungeons. If you're playing, I believe, the original DOS version, and maybe a couple other versions, they're just the wireframe dungeons that we are used to seeing in other Ultima games. We also get the new music. I actually like this music. It's very calming, which it might be a bad idea considering we're in a dungeon, but whatever. But yeah, in most of the versions of the game, this is what the dungeons are going to look like, but your experience may vary. All right, we found a fountain here. This is actually a cure poison fountain, so it doesn't matter who drinks. I can just have everybody drink it, and then I believe Q for quit. No, and for no. How do I get out of here? I'm hitting all the buttons. They're not letting me out. Oh, 0 is how you get out of there, apparently. So can I transact 0? I can. Okay. No. Stop it. Stop it. I want out. I don't want to deal with the fountain. All right, so that was a nightmare. Yeah, there is a poison fountain, or cure poison fountain there, which is very nice. Poison is still a big deal in this game. But you might notice that there's nothing else in this room. Well, there's a couple hidden doors. Like I said, they're taking a lot of things directly from wizardry in this game. All right, so one on this wall in the middle, that wall that I'm kind of pointing to here, straight ahead. In the middle of that wall, to the right of the fountain, is a hidden wall. This one right here is also a hidden wall, and you'll notice because you can get real close to it. If you can get real close to it, that means that it's a hidden door, I guess you could say. And there you go, we've made it through. Because that's kind of like, when you're real close to it, that's basically you inside of it. It's a little weird, I know. It doesn't matter which way we go here, it will lead us to the same spot. This is us inside the door frame, you have to get through it here. Okay, now in between these 2 doors is another hidden door. And this is why you want to come here first. And if you're in search of money, this is your best place to go, because all of these are treasure chests. 56 gold, 52 gold. There we go. And a dagger. There we go. And I don't think anybody is worse for the wear. I think we avoided all the traps there. So yeah, that was 6 treasure chests waiting for you there. Notice I haven't gotten into a fight or anything. So things are looking good for me. Now, we're going to go down, right? There's the wall. We're going to go basically south at this point. Turn. Take the first turn here and the first turn here. Now, ahead of me here is a trap. Now, I have not been able to figure out how to get around the traps in the dungeon. I've done as much research as I can, but I don't see anything. So, get chest 3, no. Other search, no effect. As far as I can tell, there's no way to get around these traps. You just kind of have to eat it and hope for the best. It happens. All right, 2 hidden walls, one on the right, one on the left. So we're going to take the one on the right. Doesn't really matter. They lead to the same spot. If you go through it, though, strange wind. It's dark. Yeah, they take out your torch. So you want to go forward here. I turned left, then went forward 1. Then I can ignite another torch, and you can kind of see where we are. There's 3 treasure chests here, so we'll go ahead and get that. 19 and a mace, 58, 60. And then you go forward, and there goes your torch again. So you want to turn left, go straight twice, and then ignite 1 there. And we're in the same spot. Just a little kind of outside area to get more treasure chests. And we avoided the trap the second time because it only goes off once. Okay, so I want to go down from here, once again, kind of south. So I turned right and then went down. We'll turn right here and right again. Kind of follow this path around until you see 2 doors. This would be where you ended up if you went the other way from the original room. Between these 2 doors, though, is another hidden door with more treasure. 63, 22, 62, we'll get this one, 52, 58. There was a bomb trap, but we got 49 out of it. So we are now up to 15 treasure chests in this dungeon. We're not done yet. Okay, so what we want to do at this point is keep on going to the right, go south here, just kind of take this path around. Notice that we haven't gotten in any fights. That will change at some point. You'll just kind of randomly get into fights along the way. Through here is another hidden door. You want to go up 1, just 1. Be careful here. Turn right and go through this for 6 more treasure chests. 53, 16, 48... 26, 58, 59. In total, that is 21 treasure chests. On this first floor of the dungeon. This is why it is smart to level grind here. We'll go out the way we came. Why not? There's another hidden door on the other wall to the north, in the middle. Doesn't really matter, though. So, why come here? Because there are 21 treasure chests on the first floor. Notice that we didn't get into a fight. You might be able to get into a fight, you know, maybe twice along the way. It'd be weird if you got into a fight more than that. And then you can just kind of make your way back out. Be a little careful, though, because, right, when you're starting, this is trying to get as much gold as you can with as little food cost as possible. But because there are 21 treasure chests for the cost of maybe 4 torches and maybe like 200-300 food, you can get access to probably somewhere in the range of 1,000 gold. This is considered the best way to grind for money in the game. With that said, you do need to have a bit of levels under you before you can even attempt this. You don't necessarily need to have maxed out stats, but you kind of need a few stats. It's risky to do it without having any stat upgrades, but it is possible. You might want to save and reload and do it this way once you get a good amount of HP under you and things like that, and enough gold so that you can purchase a few torches. But yes, this is probably the best way to level grind in the game. But instead of level grinding, we are going to move forward I do want to point out that we encountered gremlins right there. Gremlins, there's usually a couple on each floor. They will steal your food. Could I have gotten around them? Sure, but they don't take that much food, considering. I'm still at 89, you know, like, what, 82? 90, 89, 82? They stole 100 food from Chirpa, but it's only one person, so it's not a huge deal for me at this point, but if you're early on in the game, you're going to want to avoid those gremlins. Okay, so we have found the way down. Let us take it. And now we're in the middle of a gigantic room. Doesn't matter which wall I go to a wall and try to find a middle ground here. I believe it's here. Maybe one more this way? No, one more this way. There we go. In the middle of each of the walls, there's going to be a way through, so you want to go through. It is dark. I'm not going to bother getting rid of a torch at this point. We're going to go all the way to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Misty writing. Insert cards into Exodus. I don't know what that means. But the reason I didn't want to waste a torch here is that it's just a long, narrow hallway with nothing in it. So there's not much point in me showing it off, but if you want to burn a torch to do that, you can. So we'll just turn around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It does tell me that there's a strange wind, even if I don't have the torch. And then we'll turn right, go up 2, and then we'll ignite another torch so I can see where I am. And yes, this is what it looks like when you can see where you are. You can see a couple ladders. I'll go for the one on the, actually the left here. Here we go. Down again to dungeon number 3, or sorry, dungeon floor number 3. There's a couple different spots that you can get to here. I went for the one that was kind of on the bottom left of the second floor, and we'll just kind of move from there. There's not a lot going on here, but we do want to try to go for a corner of the whole thing. So we'll go through this hidden door, up here, all the way to the top, and turn left. No. Did I do this right? There we go. Jeez. Search the shrines, it says. If you're playing a later version of the game, it'll say pray at the shrines. I should say that when it says, there's a couple different signs based on what you can see. Let's get out of here. So when you first enter in later versions, it does say Cave of Soul, if you're playing that version instead of Clues to Follow. Where it says insert cards into Exodus, later versions say pray at the altar. This one says pray at the shrines, or pray the shrines, instead of search the shrines, but we've already taken care of the shrines, so we're fine. Let's go forward here. I'm a little lost, actually. Nah, I'm fine. All right, we'll go through this one, back to where we started. And unfortunately, the only way I can see to get through this, unless I go all the way around, is to go through this trap here. So we're going to hope for the best on this trap. It's not the worst thing, but it's still some damage. You can also go through here, kind of go around the whole floor in order to avoid the trap. But this path will lead us. Did I go the wrong path? I did. This way will lead us down. But yeah, if you want to avoid the trap, just kind of go out the other side, go around and go in from the other direction. It gets a little complicated, but there are ways around the trap. Okay. So now we have the 4th floor. I believe that I am in... Yeah, I'm in a center spot here. And we get into our first fight. We are up against golems. And I don't believe we have seen golems before. Typically, you are going to see harder enemies in dungeons than you are in other areas. Actually, we have talked about golems before because they're the same as giants and titans. Watch out for the force of their warhammers, it says. I believe we have taken them on before, so I kind of wasted a turn, but that's okay. All right, player 2 can kind of bunch up here. You can take that on. You can pause right there, actually. And then we will have you cast a spell. We'll go for the wizard spell level B, which is Mitar. We'll cast that up. Yeah, that's enough to take out these guys. Not too bad. We can get that treasure chest. Okay, so we want to go kind of around to the other side here. And in the center of this kind of center area, we can head forward and find ourselves a treasure chest. Acid trap, we didn't avoid it, but once again, like, I'm not too concerned about health right now. Yet. Let's go straight to the other side here, turn left once, and then go through here. There are 2 hidden doors here. One leads, one was to the left of where I was, one was to the right of where I was. So either way, they lead to the same spot. We'll get that treasure chest. And this treasure chest, we evaded the trap. Now in the middle of this room is another poison fountain. It's not a cure, I believe. It is a give you poison fountain, I believe. Either way, I'm going to avoid it. But there is another fountain there. And you can't really see the poison fountains, can you? Any of the fountains. All right, so we're just gonna kind of follow around and do the same thing on all sides. Here, there we go. Go here, get a treasure chest and chainmail. Very nice. Those can all be sold. Treasure chest here is a damage fountain. It just does damage to you, so avoid that. Yeah, you don't want to go to any of the fountains here. All right. This side, I believe this is the one without any treasure chests in it. Correct. This one's on the bottom. All right. And then the one here. One more up. There we go. Has 2 more treasure chests for me. And out went my torch, but that's fine. There wasn't a wind or anything. It just went out. Just ran out of time on it. Another damage fountain here. At the bottom, there is a... in the middle, there is another poison fountain. Fun stuff. All right, basically on any of the corners here, it doesn't matter which one. There's hidden doors to the left and to, well, on both sides of the corner. They lead you to the same spot. Doesn't matter which corner you go to. They all will lead you to a ladder down. So let's take this down, and now we're on floor number 5. There are 8 floors for the record. All right, floor number 5, there's going to be traps everywhere. So let's eat one up, and then we'll call it a day. We evaded it. Very nice. You can evade them, but it just doesn't always work. So this floor is kind of arranged like a checkered pattern. So we'll take the first path through here. And if you're in an open area, the middle spot is a poison fountain. Do not drink from them. It's just poison. But if you go into the middle here, I believe... Oh, nobody drinks from this. Nobody drinks from this one. I believe I need to go in a little bit more. There we go. Went a little bit too high, but in the center of this area is the ladder down. Misty Writing says, don't drink. They're talking about the fountains on this floor. All right, we can take this down. Floor number 6. These ones also say don't drink. That is not accurate. I believe this one will lead me to a healing fountain on the right. Nope. This is a cure poison fountain. Like everything I do. So then this one is a... Is this one a healing fountain? Nope. This one is a cure poison fountain as well. Let's take this one then. There we go. And we get ourselves a full heal. I told you I wasn't too concerned about health. Alright. One of the problems is that all these areas are kind of symmetrical, so it's hard for me to figure out. I didn't even move, it just passed on me. Can I, like, backspace out of here? Yeah, okay, I can move backwards. That's what I'm gonna have to do moving forward to get out of there. Alright, so everybody's back up to full health. That is nice. Let's move forward here. We'll circle around on these. It doesn't matter which way we're going because we're gonna do a full loop here. But inside here, you can see a couple treasure chests. Acid trap, not too bad. I have heals and all that. We haven't gotten into too many fights anyway. Once again, we're going to go around. This will just lead you back to the center. 63, 57. And just keep looping. Oh! I didn't even see what we were up against. They look like orcs to me. So we will cast a... It's a wizard spell, isn't it? For A. Yep. There we go. Must have been normal orcs. Yep, normal orcs. Alright, we're up against some mains again. Now we took these guys on in Ambrosia. Not enough to kill, huh? I'll have you move that way. That's what I thought. And just basic attacks are going to be fine for me. Because once again, I have range. Alright, trap evaded. Alright. I think we've only done 2 sets, so this is set number 3. And then circle around one more time and encounter more orcs. Cast A. Oh, that's the wrong one. You cast A. There we go. Down you go. At this point, I don't care who gets the kill. I don't care about experience at all. Alright, and so this is number 4. Once you've gotten all 4 sets, you are good to go on these corners here that we've been bypassing. Oh, ghouls! Finally! Ghouls! Been looking for ghouls. Skeletons, ghouls, and zombies. All undead creatures are an abomination before the light of truth. A cleric with thy party can turn these undead creatures. You hear that, Sam? That's you. Cast A. And away they go. They give you a little bit more experience than orcs, but not a lot. Alright, trap evaded there. I believe I have to go one more? Yeah, one more. It doesn't matter which direction either. Second on either side will lead you over here into a new area with a ladder leading down. And once again, it does that no matter which corner you're in. It'll all lead you down. Descend once more. And now we're at floor number 7. And it got dark again. Oh, wrong person. There we go. Okay. Take a step forward here. And it says gremlins. There are lots of gremlins on this floor, but we're going to be able to avoid them. There's not a lot going on this floor. So you just kind of go forward. And we're encountering Balrons. I believe Balrons are new for us. Devils, Orcus, and Balrons. No, we have encountered these guys before. Should have taken them out. Okay. Attack. Attack. Move. Okay. There's one down. There they all go. Not too difficult when you have a maxed out party. Even though it's kind of weird. Alright, so we're in a corner here. Does not matter which way you go. Except that there's Balrongs this way. How was I to know? Don't think anybody got poisoned. That's the only thing I'm really concerned about right now. Cast Mitar up. I'm not seeing poison yet. Cast Mitar up again. There we go. Yeah, everybody's still good. Go forward a little bit here. Take the first exit out, doesn't matter, and go straight for the ladder. The gremlins that the note was talking about are in the corners of these areas. And once again, there's 4 of them, so just avoid that, and you'll be good. Okay, down to the bottom. This is the last floor, floor number 8. Let's make sure I'm ready for this. All right, take a step forward here. Windy Gold. Okay, let's head up this way. No. Because this one actually does change depending on which area you started at. Okay, we'll head up this way, and there should be wind here. We'll get the treasure chest on the other side. Go back 1, turn left, and go forward. And then we can ignite another torch. Okay, let's go up to the end here. To the left at the end is another fountain that damages you, I believe. So we're going to avoid that. We're going to go here, get this treasure chest. 15 gold's not quite what I was expecting, but I will take it. Okay, we're going to take the first left out of here. Take this across into a big room. Take this kind of all the way down. This is the way that we originally came from, that way. There is a wind there that'll knock out your lantern, your torch again, so avoid that. You do want to go through 2 hidden doors here. This time we're going to go across the ladder. We don't want to go up the ladder just yet. And then we will turn left here and go forward twice. And there is a treasure chest waiting for us here. Okay. We're going to have to go through another windy area. Right there. So we'll turn left, go forward, ignite another torch. There we go. And then we can grab this one. Bomb trap did hit everybody, but that's all right. We haven't had too much difficulty so far. All right, we're going to go forward here towards the corner, through the wind, ignite another torch, and we have devils this time. All right, so far so good. There we go, not too bad. 61 and a 2-handed sword that sells for a lot, but otherwise I don't care. There we go. A red-hot rod in the wall. Who will touch? If memories... Yeah, this is the one I'm thinking of. It only is fitting for Aragorn to touch this one. It left a mark. Now we'll have Samwise do it. Yeah, we're just going to have everybody do it. It left a mark. Luthian to do it. And Chirpa to do it. Okay. Yeah, I know. We're out of marks to give, though. So let's take a look at Aragorn, see if it actually shows anywhere. I believe it does. There we go. We have the Mark of Kings, which is why I said it was only sitting for Aragorn. But that is something that everybody's going to need. And remember that in order to get more levels, we did need the Mark of Kings. Well, now we have it. So now we can get more levels, increase my HP, and then I can care about HP even less than I already do. But for now, we'll head up here, get ourselves more gold. Yeah, we have to go this way to get more treasure chests. Are they worth it? Probably not, but we're going to do it anyway. Go through that, ignite another torch. Windy gold. Go up here, get this one. Go through here. I'm just going to go through it. That treasure chest that you can see in the corner is the end. So I'm just going to go through this. Get what I need. Back, left, strange wind, through it. Turn left, down 2, turn left, 1, 2, strange wind. Get through that. Keep on advancing. Get to the Mark of Kings. Nobody's going to need that. Mark of Kings again. Go forward, 1, 2, 3. There's wind. 1 more forward. Turn left. 2 forward. Strange wind again. Turn right and advance. And now we're through that. Like, that would have been what? 3 more torches that I didn't need to use? It was backtracking. I went through it, so I didn't need to do it again. Okay, so let's go back to the center area. This time we're just going to go straight forward through a couple more hidden doors. Okay. Go through here, turn right, and we're going to go through some more wind. This time I will waste the torches. Go forward twice, and then get in fight with mains. Have you wait. Yeah, because you're going to go diagonal when I do that. There we go. Get that treasure chest, 14 gold, and a cloth. All right, we'll turn this corner. This one, I'm not going to waste all these torches, and you'll see why. Go forward, there's strange wind. Go forward again, windy gold, the same sign as before. Turn left, more wind. Go forward here, there's a treasure chest. 52 and an axe. Go back, strange wind, back to where the sign was. Turn left and forward. We'll take you to strange wind. Forward, right, forward, left, forward for more wind. And now we're through it again. Like, there's so much wind. They're just trying to waste so many of my torches. Okay, we'll go forward here. Turn here. This time we're gonna waste more torches. I'm just gonna go all the way to the end of the hallway. Yeah, you just go forward until you can't go forward anymore. Turn left and go forward twice. That's what I'm gonna do. Because there's a lot of wind here as well. Another strange wind, forward. We encounter devils. You don't need to see to fight devils. They shine all their own. Let's go with that. Down you go. Okay. Invalid move, can't go forward, turn left. Forward, there's more wind, forward again. Turn left. Okay, we'll ignite a torch here. And as you go forward, you can see a line of 3 treasure chests. 52. We got ghouls. This was a Cleric spell. There goes Promontory, and away they go. And even at the bottom level, we're still encountering, like, the first level enemies that you can get rid of almost immediately. That was a pretty devastating bomb trap, actually. But more devils. Okay, not what I expected, but I'll accept it, I guess. Down you go. Okay, we'll move forward from here, and there is a new red hot mark, so we will go ahead and have Aragorn touch it. Samwise touch it, Luthian touch it, and Chirpa touch it. All right, so what did we get here? We got the Mark of Kings and the Mark of Snake. That's why this is called the Cave Dungeon of the Snake in later versions, because this is where you get the Mark of Snake. So now we have 2 of the marks in what I have said is the easiest dungeon in the whole game. All right, we're gonna just backtrack a while. Because there's so much wind here. Oh, there's something here. All right, turn left, go all the way to the end. Okay, now we can ignite a torch, because then we don't have to waste any more torches. Okay, last area. We'll go through here into the middle again. Last area on the final floor, I should say. I should actually start casting some healing spells. I've already forgotten which one it is. It is C on Chirpa. I mean, what else am I using the spells for? As you can see, it doesn't heal a whole bunch. Sanctu, there we go. Aragorn, Cleric. MP too low? Okay, fair enough. Cast 2. And then C on yourself. Cast 2, C on Luthian. Cast 2, C on Chirpa. Cast 2, C on Sam. I think he only got this last one left. 2, C on, looks like Luthy in there. Alright, so that's at least something. Right, we're still in the middle. Up and to the left, and we fight gargoyles. We have talked about gargoyles before. They're lumped in with maidens and demons. Except I would consider them the weakest of the bunch. You pause, because that person's going to come over. Maybe? There we go. Alright, we'll get that treasure chest. We'll head through here. Okay. Go through here. And then ignite another torch. Get this one, 63. This one, and this one. Okay. Through here. Fighting devils. You stay put, you fight. You stay put. Alright, player 2's been poisoned. That is not good for me. And then I moved the wrong person because I was thrown off. Alright, down you go. Player 4 has been poisoned. We got a couple poisons. Okay. We're going to ignite something here. Get 3. How much? I just cured myself too. How much is it to cure poison? It is 35, and only so Aragorn and Sam can cast it, but it's going to take me a bit to get that HP, that MP back. Good news is we're almost done. Let's turn here. Go forward. Strange wind, it's dark. I'm going to go through the next set, which is turn right, forward, forward, left. Okay. Cast a cleric spell A. It failed? How dare you? These are like the easiest enemies that we'll encounter. How are they still alive? There we go. Alright, I don't remember where I was. Ignite. Okay. So there were 2 spots of wind there. I think I'll be alright. I think I'll be alright. Alright, get that. Really? As I got the treasure chest, I got into another fight. And you can just pass. Alright, you're fine. No. Okay, get that one. I think we're gonna be all right. Okay, so we need to go forward here. Seriously? Pontori failed again? There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna go to the end of this hallway. Yeah, I'll go. Oh, ignite another torch. You can see 2 treasure chests there. Okay, so we got everything that we can get on this floor. I'm gonna backtrack a bit, so you need to go to here, forward 1 more, as my phone goes off, sorry about that. Then turn left, forward twice, turn right, forward twice, okay. Turn left, get out of the wind, and ignite another torch. Okay, we can go through here, back to the center area, and we can climb this. Climb. Alright, so I need to figure out where I am. Okay, that's not it. That's not it. Oh, I thought that it was sealed off. There's not a lot here. Nope. Okay. So I need to actually check. There's nothing. Okay. This is a fountain. This is a poisoning fountain. But at least there's only one, so I can figure out where I am from there. We need to go forward from here, turn right, and this is the cure poison fountain. There we go. Samwise and Chirpa can take a drink out of that. Okay. So from the cure poison, we can go forward again. Seriously? Failed on Pontori again. Pretty much everything died as soon as they got hit, though. In the far corners are gremlins. Don't touch the actual far corners. And we have our first dragon. All right, let's take a look at dragons. Griffins, wyverns, and dragons are lumped together. These creatures can hurl mystical fireballs at thy party from afar. They are the only creature that can wreak havoc upon thee when not in conflict with... Oh, that's right, we have talked about these guys. First time encountering an actual dragon, I believe, though. All right, let's see what I can do. All right, we'll lump everybody together here. All right, land a hit. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we have made around the first set of gremlins. We want to go here. And then this is a damaging fountain, so don't drink that. And then we can go forward and encounter griffins. Down you go. Okay, turn to the right here, go forward, and here is a healing fountain. We want to drink this one. Everybody's back up to full HP. All right, so that's basically it here. There's a damage, well, there's a fountain of every kind here. There's poison, damage, cure, and healing. So we've gotten the ones that we want, so let's head down from here. I think I want to go... Turn left in here? Is this the one I was looking for? Not really, but it'll work for me. We go forward on this one and the bottom right one. I'm just going to bypass all the wind and ignore it. How are any of you surviving any shots from me at this point? All right, go forward to the, or turn right, then go forward to the Mark of Kings. Go forward through the strange wind. And then we will ignite another torch so we can see. All right, so that's going to be the way up. We're done here. We just need to actually get out. How's everybody's MP? Everybody's MP is good. Let's cast our way out. What was it? So cast. We need Samwise to cast it. It is I. And then we have made it out. So we now have ourselves the Mark of Kings. We also have the Mark of Snake. I also have 2 ships that don't mean anything. But we do have quite a bit of money. How much did you get out of that? 4770. Not bad. And although I do have... And it only cost me what? Like 50, 50, 50, 150? So about 300 gold? Or sorry, 300 food to get through that. Then I have a whole bunch of stuff that I can sell on top of that as well. So that is how you want to level grind. Well, really, if you really just need to grind for money, just do the first floor. Please don't. All right, let's go back. There is a part of me that just wants to like drop off the ship and just be like, I can't. No, stay away. Stay away. I don't want to go back to Ambrosia right now. All right, down from here. Let me go. Okay, that's where I like to keep my ship when I'm not using it. Anyway, we do want to go check in with Lord British. Lord British was asking for the Mark of Kings. So let's see what we can do with that. Transact 1 north, thou art greater. There we go. No more! He finally just says no more. So then we'll try it again with the next person. Sorry, it's going to be spamming for a little bit. Alright, on to number 3. Does the music really need to sound like this? Great, I'm doing it, but still. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. I believe I can only do it 20. Alright, so as a result of all that work, we now have new stats. We have HP of 553 because it's starting to go up again. Our max is now 2550. In this game, the max that you can do is level 25. That's it. Anything after that is nothing. It doesn't mean anything. Doesn't do anything for you. Doesn't give you higher stats, doesn't give you access to higher HP, nothing. So once we get our party up to 2550 HP, we're essentially maxed out. But I believe that is going to do it for today's video. We've done quite a bit here. We have explored an entire dungeon, got our party up to max level, or at least maximum max HP. So when we come back, we have more dungeons to explore, of course. None are going to be as fruitful as this one, but we do need to actually explore other ones. There are some that aren't. There are some that aren't as necessary, but we're going to explore all the dungeons anyway. I believe there are 7 of them. But that is going to do it for today's video. I have been Baller Scuba. This has been Video Games Over Time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in our next video when we tackle more dungeons. Hope you laughed, hope you learned, hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.